Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Decisive Campaigns, Ardennes Offensive. I'm here with another bonus episode brought to you by my patron supporter Pumnorau. And with that said, let's get started. I have the 89th Infantry Division here. I do think I'm willing to venture out a little bit. Interesting that they would keep like that. How many points do they have? 6. Thing is, I kind of want to have whatever I have in there. Let's get you back. And then dig in this Grenadier Regiment, which is not doing very well. Only 20 points, I guess, I mean, it's okay, but not too great. Let's do that. Gotta leave this open pretty much. Well, I'll have these guys to the back here. Let's get our artillery moving forward a bit though. And I'd also rather have the artillery on the actual good roads. But yeah, there's also an artillery regiment with captured Russian guns. Quite sure I cannot get in there. Alright, so that leaves the upper parts on the attack towards Rütgen, which is not going particularly well. I wonder why my units try, or my supply units try to get basically in there. That's pretty weird movement to make, I think. And there should not be any enemy unit there, I think. It's here. The problem is that this entire forest is filled up with enemy units. And to be quite frank, I have no idea where they are, but I need to get these guys through this dirt road and onto one of the more serious roads here. That's for sure. As these units try to get to Elsenborn. Now, that is interesting. Wow, they were actually on that hex? That's really rough. Another problem is that they... I really do want to keep moving there as much as possible, too. I know this road works. I don't like using this here road like that. I'd still actually rather, if I can, go around so that I'm not using as many units there, but I still will. Naturally. Right. Kinda need to see now which units have moved as much as possible. Did I put this in depletion? Yes. I'll probably afterwards keep it as a regular base. At least it's a medium supply base, so that's pretty good. I'm also not happy that I got delayed at Elsenborn there. I mean, it cannot be helped right now. But... okay, I can move you up, and then these guys can move up too. Effectively allowing me at least to move the engineer. And... that's it rather for those guys. I'll move them at night if it's convenient. And certainly think it was there. Right, so the AI somehow gotten there. Really not happy about it because now these guys are the only ones that are holding there. But I don't really have that much of a choice at that point. Really don't remember if there was something there. Which is also tricky. So they gave up their position on the Ur there, allowing me to cross that river. They also gave it up here. Seems like I did already move with the 116th Panzer for the most part. Just go along there, there, and I suppose I want to go up with these guys because I have these guys already down there. Gonna have a hunch that the AI is not gonna have a whole lot in that middle section. It's gonna be my guess. Okay. Wow. That's already a ranged attack, so they don't even have enough. Let's see how much I can get out of it. I only saw 4 trucks. Right. I have the 26 Volksgrenadier, which is quite stretched out here. Seemingly. But not too much to be done there. too happy with 2nd Panzer Division's progress, for certain. But at this point, it doesn't really feel like I can do a whole lot against that. So in a way, we'll just have to suck that up. Yeah. Technically, I could put these guys into marching mode. Despite that being quite dangerous, I think. But I think to have that done for a turn. Of course, they all have to go through this same stupid road here. What a disaster. They'll stay there though. Okay. Seems like these guys have moved. I'll put the artillery in those locations, but I want the rest of this artillery to move here too. Let's get them up here. Alright, we still have this lower part, which is also somewhat of a mess. Shit. Okay. Ah, crud. That didn't go very well, sadly. Okay. Nope. Fair enough. It also means that I kind of have to focus mostly on attacks in that section. And at the same time, I'll just... Yeah, I don't really know. I don't think the AI is going to do a whole lot down there, so... Gonna have to see. Now, currently, if we go to the middle, I actually feel like I probably want to get some depot going. So in terms of supply, if I want to take a look, say, where do these guys get their supply from? They have 24 AP. That's not that bad, I think. Let's see though. How does it go, say, for you? And you. The thing is, for most of these guys, actually does not seem to be all that bad. How does it only cost 24 AP? They do have 0 free AP. Like only for you. It's like less. Yeah, so there's no real reason for me to build any supply source necessarily just yet. Well, it's not as if I captured any serious city yet either. Because the only thing I get... No, it's not even Husingen. There's no big thing that I captured here. I think that's Dasburg, so we already had that. And here, this is Vianden, is that point? So we also had that at the start. The first thing that I might capture then as a like big hex here are Troyver. Still ways off of Wilts. Right. What I do want though is I want to get some replacements. Preferably up north. So that is from the Gemund area. It's either Stadkiel, Plum, or Bitburg. So I want Stadkiel. Yes. And I also want to take a look at this depot here. So they have a lot of supply points, a lot of fuel points, supply in, fuel in, 0, 0. Supply in, supply to units, that's a lot. Fuel to units is more. I still have a lot of fuel in this one, this supply source, but not a lot of supply points. So actual supply itself. Which means I need more, basically. So I also need to play supply. Because I'm also giving more to the units than I'm actually getting. And that was a bit of a problem. Nope. And then depots. I don't need to build a depot yet. So let's see. After the enemy's turn, we've now had a full days of combat here. Doesn't look like much. I mean, we've played a lot just for one day. Actually, if you think about it, it's pretty crazy, but this game is indeed very different than their previous games. It's a much smaller scale. It does make it pretty interesting, though. I just hope they won't bomb my units here. Although, because it's night, they probably wouldn't either which way. Of course, I did take the slowest AI. Alright, let's take a look. Allies attacking, taking gazillion losses here. Why? Maybe they run into my units. But indeed there was a pretty hefty attack. Yeah. Wow. Oh, there, okay. That's quite sucky. Shouldn't have left that alone there. Damn it. At the very least, those trapped units do seem to have quite a bit of trouble. You haven't moved far. Alright, historically, the Germans did get up to Malmedy on the 17th. Because SS Piper, let's pause it there, attacked or did this Malmedy massacre kind of thing there. Right, that's not super great for me, but they lost a gazillion tanks there at least. Which is good. We'll see whether they will allow me to take Simarath. That's useless. And they just killed their engineer unit. This entire situation became quite problematic as first I had them encircled, but now because of the night turn they were able to kind of get out again, and I don't really have the strength to really do a whole lot about it. Now that the Germans historically didn't achieve all that much success down there historically, but I kind of want to completely obliterate the AI. It might sound, it's a bit ruthless, but that's kind of how I feel about it. I'm not pausing here, so. But the AI might also just sit on. Really? Attacking there. I don't think that's that good of an idea now, but it kind of seems like they feel like it. This, though, is not too good. I'm not too happy about that. Huh. Okay. 6 a.m. We have 54 points now. 40 on the map, 6 extra. Air recon. Don't really care that much about it. Almost seems like they paved the way for me to move up there. Huh. It's interesting that I still don't know where the AI is. I have a sensation they're not in any of these places, but it's actually only the 422nd there. But that is just my guess. Sometimes I'm just a bit weirded out. Like, why does the AI think it's a good idea to get my supply trucks up there? Why do they even think that's a thing? I don't really get why they need to be there. As if the AI thought that they want to use trucks up here, and then go down again. I don't really get that. It's like, why? Makes no sense. No sense at all. Alright, well, at any rate, let's get started with some of these. Oof. Stopped by an armored infantry battalion. I mean, it kind of means that already through their points. I know with Saint Vith, having that problem there too. I mean, well, now who's encircling who? They don't seem to be having that many problems. But that went fairly well. Still. Okay. They capitulated, and that was highly necessary too, because I really need to clear the rear areas around here in order to move on further. The enemy still has plenty of units that it can use, and in that regard it's kind of a problem here. In order to cut off whatever they have here, I also need to attack with that, but then of course they still have all these mechanized parts of the 99th Infantry, 99th and 2nd Infantry Division. As well. Now, if I were to go and blast that, which I want to do. Destroyed. Okay. So we captured Elsenborn. How is the supply base doing It gave all of its supply and it did give all of its fuel. So it has nothing now. Let's keep it now as a regular supply base. Now that's completely depleted and it did give up all its fuel there. Now, an attack on these seems to be pretty reasonable. What else can I use? 2 artillery. I want to create somewhat favorable odds for the rest of my units as well. Huh? I thought it'd be free to move. That's weird. Yeah, I still need a what? Oh, there's some artillery. Wow. That's a lot of units on Camp Elsenborn. Wow. Well, let's send Kampfgruppe Otz then, and now attack it, killing it. Yeah. Now, theoretically, there's a chance I can also encircle those guys. At least theoretically. That's a bunch of priests and stuff. Many of these units are not the most exciting. They have individual tank destroyer battalions and A battalions with which they're trying to hold some form of line here. But then here they have the 27th Armored Infantry Battalion. So that's worth a lot too. Interestingly. Same here. Something like this is no joke. Although it means I can cut off these forces and then potentially move along. I'd actually be pretty interested in trying to do something like that. Because I think I could make a pretty good attack here anyway. Yeah. They did fire back a lot, but I did get there. Huh. Because this way, I'm kind of going around them. I wish I could go into Schönberg. Yes, I will. Okay, because this allows me to take these 2 parts of the 106th Infantry Division. They still have that recon squadron there, but just capturing that in itself is quite nice at that. There they are. Well, that takes away some of my worry. And then this is the other unit that was around here. I guess these guys, they're 74 readiness. I do need to cut them off, obviously. Right. What I'm gonna do for now, though, is I'm gonna wrap things up for a bit. Things are pretty interesting to say for sure. A lot of this stuff is a bit of a big mess. Oh. But we'll see how it goes. It's pretty interesting how things are going either which way. Yeah, thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time, and bye-bye.